It's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
I'm so far gone, it's hard to carry on. Need to achieve a few goals before I'm dead and gone. Headstrong, I overthink, I rarely blink. I'm very focused, I'm hardly noticed. I don't stand out, she won't care who I am till I pull the bands out. Look, she ain't riding till I pull the bands out. She invite her friends out.
We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway here in London. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense. And at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL. And I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Second and 14. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Second and 6. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. try to run for the first with Ingram. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Fights him off. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps, and that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. No score after one on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. On the move to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On fourth down, here's Green Bay's third-year punter, J.K. Scott. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Quick slant to Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Jackson looking to throw on third. This will be caught once again by Brown. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Jackson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson, incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
I overthink. I rarely blink. I'm very focused. I'm hardly noticed. I don't stand out. She won't care who I am till I pull the bands out. Look, she ain't riding till I pull the bands out. She invite her friends out. G-Wagon.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, after the loss on first down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run it with Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being full.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Six yards left on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Jackson. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll run here with Ingram. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Jackson to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
What was that, man?
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You
certainly
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.